Well, hello friends. I am here in the morning. As you can hear the birds chirping and the sun is coming out, and I was doing a couple things around the house before all of the boys got up, and I want to talk to you in today's video about the beauty of staying at home with your children, the beauties of being a stay-at-home mom in a culture that often will tell you that you need more. And I want to just share some truth with you. If you're in a place, if you're in a season of life right now where you are questioning, should I make some changes in the upcoming year? Should I make some changes in the school year, in the upcoming school year, as we wind down this school year and prepare for summer, etc. Maybe your heart is really yearning to make some changes, and this video is for the mom who is in that longing place. This video is not going to be for the mom who is confident in the decisions that she has made, etc. This video is for the mom, like I said, who is for the mom who is searching for some answers. And so that's why I want to sit down with you over this video and kind of share with you from my perspective the beauties of staying at home with your kids, as hard as it is sometimes, or many of the times. It is so well worth it. And if you had watched my previous video a couple weeks back on being a stay-at-home mom, then maybe this video will actually kind of catapult you into just deep encouragement and deep confidence that you have the intuition as a mother to know what's best for yourself and to know what's best for your children. So if you are new here, hey, my name is Hope. I am a wife and mom of 3 little boys, ages 6, 3.5, and 1.5, and I am privileged and honored to sit with you. If you are looking for genuine motherhood content that is not full of all of the stuff of the world and that will bring you back to the truth of how God created you as a woman and as a wife, as a mom, if you're looking for deep encouragement in God's word, then I highly encourage you to just hit subscribe. And I am so honored that you are here. So let's jump right into today's overall topic, the beauties of being a stay-at-home mom. Number one is I want to share with you the very first thing that comes to mind when I was thinking about this topic, and it's that when you stay at home with your children and you don't have a full-time job, your heart is not divided on a daily basis. Your mind is not consumed and divided between your day job, your day full-time job, and the other things that you would like to focus on, or your other responsibilities connected to your kids and your home. I believe with all my heart that the Lord has created us as women to be excellent multitaskers, to be very creative and innovative, and to use the time that we have to the best of our ability. And a lot of that has to do with multitasking. I think that women, in general, the way that God created us was to multitask and to be able to juggle a lot of things at once. However, I will say that if our hearts are not aligned with God's will for our life and what He is asking of us in a particular season, then even if we're multitasking and doing many things at once, we will eventually burn out. We will eventually often resent something in our life, because we have limitations as human beings. And I think that if motherhood has taught me anything in the last 6 years, it's that I am a human being and I have limitations. And to be aware of my own limitations is to actually step into this beautiful part of womanhood, and recognizing that I can only handle so much. And even if God has created me beautifully to be able to handle many different things at once, it doesn't mean that I have to. And to be aware of when I'm reaching that point of utter exhaustion. Like I do see many moms nowadays reaching that point. And we could get into a whole big thing there, but we're not going to. So if you have any wisdom or advice, I am not like be say, be all, or whatever the saying is. Like, I do not know it all. I'm just sharing from my own perspective. Like, share yours in the comments below. All right, number 2 is going to be that one of the beauties of being a stay-at-home mom is that you get to personally see your children grow. You get to see each of your children's challenges, their difficulties, what they're having a hard time with. You get to lean into your motherly intuition to know what they need. And I just want to challenge us right now as you're watching. If you are struggling with knowing what the next steps are for you, maybe you're thinking about taking a step back from work. Maybe you're thinking about going from full-time to part-time. Maybe you're thinking about just completely eliminating part-time work and just focusing on the home and your children and maybe, you know, some extra things that you're passionate about or whatever. You're the one, as the mother, who is going to know what your child needs, what they're having a hard time with, and how to facilitate, how to help your child grow. But if your attention is divided and you're away from the home a lot, and if you're not able to spend as much time with your children as you would like to, how are you going to be able to know those things about your children? How am I going to know that? Or even in my own life, like I stay at home with our children, but if I'm not in prayer before the Lord and asking Him, hey, what does one of my sons need in this season? Because that can happen to me too. I'm not just saying that this happens to moms who work outside the house. I'm saying that all of us need to be aware and attentive to being prayerful with what each of our children need. And one of the beauties of running your own home, being the CEO of your own home, is that you get to be more aware of your children's needs. And I think that that is something that is being lost deeply in our culture. I'll just say it how it is. I really do. So I want you to lean into the beauty of how God created you as a mom, to know your children's needs and to do the best of your ability to help them to thrive to the best of your ability. Not that we're going to do that always by any means, but we have this beautiful opportunity, especially in the little years. If you're watching this and you have littles like I do, we're kind of like older and littles. I'm kind of in that in-between stage now. You have this amazing gift to be the number one person in your child's life who will, and your spouse, if you're married, of knowing how to guide your child through all of the many changes that they go through in their childhood. Okay, and number 3 is that if you're staying at home with your children, You are the primary person in your family's life that gets to fill your home, fill your family with life, the way that God has also created you to do so. You get to put your hands each and every day, you get to put your hands to things in your home, to either your kitchen and food, or making sure the home is feels warm and cozy and beautiful, however that means to you, or turning on fun music or worship music or filling your home with prayer. You are the person who is literally planting the seeds of the soil for your children to grow. Your home and what you're filling your home with is a huge significant part of your children's childhood. And if you think back to your own childhood, what are the things that stood out to you? What are the things that resonate with you now as an adult as you look back at your own childhood and the memories that your parents created for you, or what your mom did that really stuck out to you, what your dad did that really stuck out to you, or maybe there are, like many of us, fractured places of your childhood. You know, some of you, there's more very significant fractured places of childhood. But what are some things that really stood out to you in your childhood that you want to recreate for your children? I don't think that it's as complicated as it needs to be, as our culture has made it to be. I think that the longing and desire of your heart, if you clicked on this video and you're watching this all the way through, I think that the longings and desires that are within your heart that you're experiencing right now are there for a very specific reason. And I would lean into those questions. I would lean into the heartache that you're having, because that will basically be the catalyst for parting new waters in your life that maybe you're unsure about, but you know that you need to step into a new season of motherhood. So I hope that this video encouraged you and shed some light on some different things that maybe you just needed to hear today. I would love to hear from you. So leave a comment about what stood out to you below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friend.